I am in eastern Michigan in a town known as Little Bavaria.
We thank the underwriters of John McGivern's Main Streets because without them, we couldn't make this show.
Your community's best selfie spot is your type.
The Wisconsin Northwoods are calling. One word, one place. Minocqua.
My father taught me that to make great bakery, you have to do it the right way. O&H Danish Bakery, where kringle traditions begin.
Yes, Greendale is beautiful on the outside, but it's what's inside that counts. Who doesn't love opening a door to beautiful treasures? Whether you're a collector, in need of the perfect gift, or would like something special for yourself. Come on in. You just gotta see Greendale.
You'll find your bright spot in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
There's no place like Oconomowoc. Explore, play, shop, stay. Visit Oconomowoc.
John McGivern's Main Streets is grateful for additional financial support from Horicon Bank, the natural choice. West Bend Insurance Company, the silver lining. Our nonprofit, the Friends of Main Streets. And from the Friends of PBS Wisconsin. Thanks, underwriters.
'Cause these are main streets. Something about a hometown speaks to me. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. The heart and soul of communities right here on these main streets.
I am on Main Street in the tourist town Frankenmuth, Michigan. It is all things German here. How German is it? Well, the only official sanctioned Oktoberfest outside of Munich, Germany, it's here. Frankenmuth has a population of 5,100, but in the summer, it's so much bigger. It's here in Michigan's Lower Peninsula, in the middle of the eastern half of Michigan, and it's about 120 miles east of Grand Rapids and 80 miles due north of Ann Arbor. This is Frankenmuth. Emmy, I thought since you were going to be doing history, we'd be in a big, great beer hall with men in lederhosen and pretzels the size of my head.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was an option.
Could have been.
But I brought you here because this spot is really where it all began. So look behind us.
Mm-hmm.
This log cabin is a replica of the very first structure, which happened to be a church that was ever built in Frankenmuth.
Oh.
Settlers came over in 1845 from Franconia, Germany.
And why did they come here?
Well, the first 15 original settlers were all missionaries. They wanted to create an all-German Lutheran community.
Well, it's quite a journey to come all that way and to start like a community from scratch.
I mean, really, you think about it, it's so courageous.
Yeah.
And the word courage is actually how the town got its name. So Franken represents Franconia, and Muth is German for courage. So it stands for the courage of the Franconians. Isn't that neat?
And is there still a congregation?
There is. So the St. Lawrence community is still alive and well.
Wow.
And get this, once a month they have a service that's done completely in German.
It makes sense. There should be a German service here in Frankenmuth, don't you
I
think?
know, there should be. And while we're here, I was thinking we should try to get to church.
Do you speak German?
Schlickseskorn.
I think that's Dutch. I'm at Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, and that's all I can think of is I can't wait for Christmas. Let's talk your history, because this is your family's store.
It is,
Yeah.
yes.
How did this happen?
My dad started it just when he got out of high school, and he painted signs and did window displays for people around town and around the area. And then one year for Christmas, they wanted some decorative scenes to hang from their street posts in the city.
Yeah.
Next year they wanted more. A few other people said, hey, we'd like some of that for our city. And as these different city committees and groups would get together, and they said, well, don't you have any Christmas decorations for the home? And he said, well, no. And it all started evolving from there.
And square footage-wise, what do you have here?
It's the size of 1.5 football fields for the public area, for the store area. And the whole building is the size of 5 football fields.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
And it's all year.
Yes, we're open all year round. We're only closed 4 days.
And every night.
Every night from
Of
dusk
the year.
till midnight. It's a half-mile Christmas lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Christmas every day
all
here.
year round.
Yeah. You sure have a selection.
Oh, our buyers do a great job, yeah.
And is ornaments much of your business?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We have thousands of styles of ornaments, and many of them can be personalized while you wait.
What are you painting today?
I'm going to paint Main Streets.
You are?
Yes.
It's a tradition with a lot of families.
And this is freehand, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Did you go to a parochial school or something?
Actually, I did.
One year, Dad painted the names of the kids on ornaments as a gift at the Christmas party.
Nice.
So then people, well, we'd like to get some of those for our family.
That is beautiful.
Well, thank you.
What? And you did it in no time. You're dealing with the happiest time of the year for all of us.
Absolutely.
You know? But your dad didn't set out saying, I want the largest Christmas store in the world here.
Never. He never in his wildest dreams thought it would ever grow to be the world's largest Christmas store.
This is going on my tree, just so you know.
After Bronner's, make your way here to the Silent Night Chapel. This is a replica of the original chapel in Austria where Silent Night, or Stille Nacht, was first sung back in 1818. So the story goes, the chapel's organ broke right before Christmas. So the pastor asked his friend, Franz Gruber, if he would write a melody for Silent Night. Silent Night is the most recorded song in the entire world, and Wally Bronner built this to give thanks for all of his blessings.
I am in the middle of Frankenmuth, in between this town's two biggest icons, Zehnder's restaurant and the Bavarian Inn Restaurant. Different themes, but they have almost the same chicken dinner. Very friendly competition. Why? Because it's the same family. They're cousins. I don't know which one to have first. We're standing in front of your iconic business, Zehnder's famous chicken dinner.
Yes, our family came here in 1846. In the 1900s, the New Exchange Hotel was built, and that's the building that my grandfather bought in 1928, and we opened in 1929, so
wow.
Been here a long time.
What generation are you?
I'm number 3.
You're number 3?
I'm number 3, and we're proud to have many of our 4th generation in the business currently.
So you've known this your whole lives?
Yeah, started picking up trash in the parking lot when I was a kid, when I was 10 years old.
My first job was the junior hostess.
There we go. Future looks good to me.
They look good, yep. Yeah, very proud of them.
So it's a big restaurant.
1,500 seats. We call it
Say it again?
1,500 seats. We call it America's largest family restaurant.
That's a big restaurant.
That's a big restaurant, yeah.
This isn't your only operation.
No, it's not. Zehnder Splash Village opened in 2005, and it was so successful that by 2015, we opened phase 2. And then we have the Fortress Golf Course.
Oh, the golf course as well, yeah.
Yeah, we opened in 1992 as an 18-hole facility.
Will you take me for a walk around?
I'd be happy to.
Okay, good. Holy man, what? You go, girls.
I started right here when I was 14 years old. 75 cents an hour, I'll never forget it.
Right.
Go this way.
Okay,
Keep in mind steps.
This is like a city.
And when I started here, it was just a restaurant, and I knew early on that if we're just gonna be a restaurant, we won't be exciting enough or big enough. And most of our retail, Zehnder's Marketplace, is located on the lower level of Zehnder's.
Wait, what? Did you have any idea? This is a lot.
I know, it's a lot.
Your name is everywhere. You know what I'd love? I'd love to sit down and have a piece of chicken.
Let's do it. This is our basic family-style chicken dinner.
Nice.
We treat gravy as a beverage.
Can I get a cup, please?
My cousin, who was our executive chef for years, he always characterized us as the capital of comfort food. We have generations of guests. They've been here for so long, you get to know them.
Right. Family dinner. This is nice. The entire operation is really impressive. Yeah. To you and your family, thank you so much for opening your doors to us today. Thanks. This was a treat. This is the Frankenmuth Riverwalk. It makes its way along on the Cass River. And a great way to experience the waterway is the Bavarian Bell. It's a 2-story paddle boat. And you can get on there for an hour to take a cruise through downtown on the river. If you're looking for a little family fun while you're here, and when I say family fun, I'm talking about keeping your kids busy so you can do a little more shopping. There are over 40 gnomes in Frankenmuth, in shops and attractions. So come to the visitor center, get your scavenger hunt list, and send your kids gnome hunting. I'd like to find a few gnomes myself. I am at Star of the West Milling Company. You can't miss this when you're in town.
You can't. We are one of the founding stories of Frankenmuth. We're 154 years old this year. We've been in this location since 1910, and the city basically grew up around us. We have 5 flour mills. This is our flagship plant. This is where we got our start. We produce about 3.3 million pounds of flour a day out of the 5 flour mills.
A day.
In this part of the state, we grow a soft white wheat, which is a specialty wheat, a boutique wheat that the cereal industry likes. Because soft white wheat has been in Michigan for hundreds of years, the cereal industry kind of dovetailed with that and located here back in the day.
A farmer who grows this brings it here and
he does.
And then what happens?
That's just the beginning. The process of milling flour today is simple, but it's very difficult.
This is a feat of engineer, isn't it?
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. There are 3 basic steps. First of all, you have to clean the wheat.
Wow, this is an optical sorter.
And the cleaning process is very sophisticated. It's a camera system that looks at every kernel of wheat and makes sure it's the right color before the milling process begins.
So every one of those kernels is being looked at, and that amazes me.
Number 2 is you have to reduce the particle size or grind the wheat.
This wheat has already been through the cleaning house.
And the rolls, because they're spinning at different speeds, doesn't crush it, it shears it open. And that releases flour.
You know, every step gets a little bit cleaner.
Our attempt is to just slowly scrape that flour off bran coat.
Okay.
And number 3 is you have to separate the different streams.
So what's happening in those sifters is you've got a very coarse screen at the top, and the product makes its way down, and it's distributed to the proper roll stand for further reduction. This is like a ride at the state fair. I'm about ready to...
It's all about technology. It's all about being able to put more through in the space that you have.
So right here, we fill the bag with flour or any other product we make, and then it's stacked robotically at the end. So everything that you see here is going to ship probably in the next 24 hours.
You've been here how long?
47 years.
47 years.
After I graduated
It seemed to work
from college.
out.
It did. It's been a good ride.
3 million people pass under that impressive banner sign every year. And it says Willkommen, which means welcome in German. What do you think it says on the other side? Yeah, okay. German-speaking people, don't give it away.
Willkommen on one side and Auf Wiedersehen on the other. Goodbye or until we meet again. And now I want to watch The Sound of Music.
You've got some clocks.
I got a couple.
How long have you been doing this?
Almost 12 years I've been doing this.
Yeah.
And the store's been here for 40 years.
Let's talk cuckoo clocks. So what is the tradition of cuckoo clocks?
In the wintertime, there wasn't really anything to do, so the farmers would start making clocks during the wintertime so that they could make extra money.
Yeah.
And so they started simple, like with, 5 leaves and a little bird on top. And then they would start to have a little bit more fun. So that's called a feeding birds. It would be fun if the beer drinker slammed his beer on the table.
What?
Yeah. This is actually the most popular clock that we sell. When you have things like this, there's a lot of mechanical work on the inside.
Do you repair clocks here as well?
Yeah.
You do?
Full service repair. There's not a lot of people that do it anymore, and we have a 2-year wait list right now. And I think 700 to 800 downstairs waiting to be repaired.
Because they've worn out?
Because you don't change the oil in your car, you're not going to have a car that's going to run properly. The same way it goes with any kind of mechanical clock.
And how many do you have here? How many clocks?
We have over 1,000 on display.
Right. And are there more somewhere else?
In the basement.
In the basement?
This is what actually made me fall in love with the store. When I first came here, I saw it, heard it play, and I was just, that was it. I was done.
Can you talk about the pine cones?
Those are weights. This is what powers the clock. So that's what makes it cuckoo and keep time and play music.
I know nothing, okay? All the cuckoo clocks that are sold out of this store, are they all made in Germany?
All of them. There's only really 5 major cuckoo clock manufacturers left in the world.
Have you been there?
Oh yeah, many times. I go every year. I go and pick out what we're going to sell.
Are grandfather clocks still popular?
They ebb and flow. When the store opened in 1984, the original owner, Mike Mistel, he said, I used to deliver them 4 at a time. I mean, now, what he had in the store then, I don't even think there's that many different models of floor clocks.
Is that
now.
right?
You point and I'll play.
It's programmed to Christmas right now. Yeah.
These are called German pyramids, and the heat from the candles rises and makes the fan spin, which makes the scene turn. So these are German smokers. And you put a little cone-shaped incense there, and you light it, and the smoke will come out of his mouth.
So if you look back 12 years ago and you think of where you were going to be in 12 years, is this what you saw?
Not exactly, but I tell you what, I couldn't have made a better choice.
Good for you.
No, I love what I do, and not many people can say that.
This is my Frankenmuth tip. You have to come to the Frankenmuth Brewery. It was built in 1862. It is the state's oldest brewery. And the locals tell me that it was built because people needed a place to go after church. I mean, some do brunch, some do coffee, some do beer. I am so glad John McGivern doesn't drink. Oh, that's so good.
I'm inside the carding room at the Frankenmuth Woolen Mill.
This business has been in operation since 1894.
Since 1894?
Yep, so my husband and I are the 4th owners.
The farmers, they bring you the wool and you do the rest.
Yes.
That's how it comes.
This is how it comes. And so anything that's in the barnyard is probably in that wool. So we fill the bathtub with 180-degree hot water. Then we throw in some wool, and then he swishes it around with the pitchfork and loosens up all the dirt and the oil.
There's poop in there. What else is in there?
Whatever a sheep would get into, right?
Because that's one dirty tub.
So then we'll put it in this machine here, which is called an extractor. It's like the spin cycle on your washing machine. This is original, in the same spot since 1894. And we rinse until it's clear, and to the drying rack it goes.
3 to 5 days for it to be fully dry.
Correct. So then it goes to the carding room. This thing was made in the 1870s.
Is that right?
Yeah, and installed here in the mill in the 1930s. This machine combs it and fluffs it.
Yes.
So it comes out as the batting that goes inside of our comforters and our mattress toppers. So he pulls the bat off, and it comes off in one large piece.
Not as easy as it looks.
I'm not getting through any of it. There are women doing something upstairs.
So we put on a layer of organic fabric, we pin it all the way around, and then they're gonna put wool on the top, and then they'll put another layer of fabric, and then they'll start to tie it.
It's amazing because it's all hands-on for everything.
And they tie about every 9 inches. So they go 2 times going one way and 2 times going the other so that it doesn't come untied. And then it would go over to Miss Christie and she sews the edges.
Do you know that machine pretty well?
This is my machine.
Is it yours?
I love it.
Now that's gonna make television, just so you know. That's so good.
So we finish them up here and then we package them for sale. There's very few businesses that have been doing the same thing since 1894.
Like you're doing pillows.
And we're American made.
And you're American
Top
made.
to bottom. We can control every piece of the process.
It's got to be the best. I mean, doesn't it?
Are you seeing the control freak in me?
There is so much to do in Frankenmuth inside, and I was ready for a little fresh air. I've never, ever done a ropes course. But kids do this, right? You can start doing this at age 7?
7, yeah.
I can't be scared because 7-year-olds do it.
So these are safety clips, and then so since...
Come with me. Oh my gosh, I'm a little more scared than I really thought I would be. This is crazy. Ooh. Ah! You like just flew through here. Yes, okay, that was fun. Oh, I can't believe John's missing this. Last one. I love it! Frankenmuth Aerial Park, don't miss it.
This covered bridge looks like it could have been built in 1879. It was completed in 1979. They wanted to make a modern bridge, but use old world building techniques. So they had oxen pulling all of the pieces to put into place. Okay, this is going a little too far, I think. Holzbrücke. What I think is great about this museum is that we're not looking at the tools of war, the weapons of war.
This is a museum about the people. This is the Michigan Heroes Museum. It's all about heroes of war and space.
Yeah.
A gentleman named Stan Bozich, when he was younger, him and his brothers would collect all these military artifacts. They would find them, and then the next day they'd go and play war with them. And they said, even back then, they would someday start a museum. And in 1976, Stan did.
And do you have any idea how many stories they have?
There's over 900 rotating displays, but about 170 at any given time.
Any given time. Take a look. Here's a silver frame portrait and a gold frame portrait. Those in the gold frame perished and they sacrificed their lives.
If it's a silver frame, they lived through the war. What a really respectful way to distinguish between the two stories.
Yes. What's in these cabinets belonged to these people we're honoring.
Right.
So that is his uniform. These are his 13 medals of honor and the books that he read. And what's really great, take a look. He came to see how he'd been honored in this display.
Let me tell you about Christina Cook. 11 months she spent in space. That is the longest amount of time for a woman, the second longest amount of time for an American. And she made history.
I mean, we could meet her.
Right.
I mean, this is a contemporary who's
Exactly.
living the same time we are.
Right. John, this is Dwayne Hackney's story. He was the youngest Air Force Cross Award winner.
Okay.
And he did more than 200 rescue missions in Vietnam. 11 times he was actually left there because the airplane left to go to safety and he had to just find cover. And he lived through all of that.
Made his way home.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Just extraordinary stories.
And really important to tell these stories.
These stories live on.
We need our Wisconsin museum, don't we?
Yes.
Let's talk to John and see if he can come to Wisconsin and set that up. There's still strong ties to the old country. Can you guess what percentage of the population of Frankenmuth are ethnically German?
49% of Frankenmuth's population is of German descent, and I hope that explains the outfit. I just like to fit right in.
We're at the iconic Bavarian Inn. Your family has something to do with this?
Yes, well, my family owns and operates Bavarian Inn, so
do?
I am the fourth generation in
You
our
are.
family business.
So you've been prepared to do this.
I think so.
And if the place had every seat filled, how many people would be sitting there?
1,200 people.
1,200?
At one time, yes.
The Glockenspiel, when did that
Yes.
show up?
It showed up in 1967. My grandparents had been in Munich and saw the Glockenspiel there and said,
Yeah.
we need one in Frankenmuth.
Like, it's really remarkable that that's here.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of a Frankenmuth landmark.
Yeah,
So now we're in our lower level
right.
shops.
Shop?
This is gift shop. Homemade candy and fudge
nice.
over here. Lots of souvenir items,
Sure.
German items.
The Irish guy in the German hat,
Our doll and toy shop.
the only baby I'll ever have. Sweet baby. And this is a good-looking strudel.
Yes.
Oh, I love the one with powdered sugar.
And so we have some German wines here. We have Michigan wines.
Private label.
Yes.
Yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the kitchen right now, and you can see Megan here is preparing her meal to take out. They'll get all their things there and head out to the dining room. We have what we call the ultimate Bavarian family style meals.
And meat-centric.
Yes.
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, we're German.
No doubt.
Our family style chicken, seasonal vegetables, butter noodles and dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, and we've got our schnitzel, bratwurst, Rippchen, and sauerbraten.
Where should we start?
My grandmother helped develop this menu, and so a lot of the recipes that we have are our German ancestors, their recipes.
Yeah.
All right, and you have to have some chicken. We're most famous for Frankenmuth style chicken.
I feel German. Just do. You've been doing it well for 4 generations, yes?
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yeah,
Thank
you have. Yeah.
It's a fun business to be a part of. Our purpose is creating enjoyable experiences both for our guests and for our team members. So
Yeah.
if you don't have happy team members, you don't have happy guests.
It's a lot, but don't worry. I'll get to it. Emmy, you've got to be familiar with the word we hear a lot in our hometown of Milwaukee, Gemütlichkeit.
Oh, sure, I've heard that
Yeah.
word, like cozy,
Cozy.
and warmth, and good cheer.
Yeah, it certainly describes Frankenmuth, doesn't it?
To a T.
Yeah.
Now we just have to get you some lederhosen.
I have some.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. The heart and soul of community.
pretzels the size of a shipper. Something's going wrong. Where do we go?
Afita saying good night.
Were you done?
Yeah.
Were you?
Great. Great.
Wow.
We thank the underwriters of John McGivern's Main Streets because without them, we couldn't make this show.
Your community's best selfie spot is your type.
The Wisconsin Northwoods are calling. One word, one place. Minocqua.
My father taught me that to make great bakery, you have to do it the right way. O&H Danish Bakery, where kringle traditions begin.
Yes, Greendale is beautiful on the outside, but it's what's inside that counts. Who doesn't love opening a door to beautiful treasures? Whether you're a collector, in need of the perfect gift, or would like something special for yourself. Come on in. You just gotta see Greendale.
You'll find your bright spot in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin.
There's no place like Oconomowoc. Explore, play, shop, stay. Visit Oconomowoc.
John McGivern's Main Streets is grateful for additional financial support from Horicon Bank, the natural choice. West Bend Insurance Company, the silver lining. Our nonprofit, the Friends of Main Streets. And from the Friends of PBS Wisconsin. Thanks, underwriters.
I just have to say, whoever takes care of all of the beautiful flowers here in Frankenmuth, well done. Come to my house.